Hi everyone, I'm Rahul from Project Sunrise Cycling. We know that bike accessories and bike upgrades can get very costly at times, but it's a great way to freshen up your bike. And today I want to share with you my top 5 tips for cheap and easy bike upgrades that you can do yourself at home that don't cost the earth. Roll VT. So, anyone who follows me on Instagram at Project Sunrise Cycling will know that my matte black frame that I ordered from AliExpress about 18 months ago didn't quite turn up matte black, not plain matte black anyway. So I've been through a lot of processes to try and get the bike looking really good, and those upgrades and those things that I've done have all been very cheap and all been things that anyone can do at home. And whether you're just tired of the look of your own bike or you want to give it a new lease of life, all these tips that I'm going to share with you today are things that you can do as well. So my top tip number 1 is replace your bar tape. Whether it's sweaty and smelly and worn, or whether you just fancy a bit of a change to the look of your bike, replacing the bar tape is a really easy one to do at home. Guys, here you can see the bar tape that I've used. It's a premium brand, Decals. A little bit of detail on there. I didn't want too much because the bike is pink. It comes with finishing tape there to make the edges really neat, and it comes with bar ends down here as well for an extra bit of detail. Really simple to apply. You peel back the hood, remove the old tape, wrap it around. Definitely watch a couple of YouTube videos because it's not as easy as it looks. But don't be worried about making mistakes either. I messed it up a couple of times and I was able to peel it back without damaging the tape. So if I move over to my other bike here, it's the same tape, Supercars, just a little bit more bling. And I think it really just gives the bike a bit more of a freshen up and a bit more of a look compared to the previous black tape that was on this bike. My top tip number 2 is replace your bottle cages and your water bottles or Bidens. So, Bidens, is that how you pronounce it? Don't know. Changing the bottle cages is really easy. You've got normally 2 bolts there, and these ones I've just gone for plain black. You can get different coloured bolts as well, but here, if you look at my carbon bike, this upgrade has made a massive difference. So you can see I've got aero cages and Bidens. These were really cheap actually. You know, if you follow me on Instagram, that I get a lot of my things from AliExpress. Some of the premium brands are very expensive. These were about 12 British pounds, so maybe about 16, 17 US dollars delivered, and very easy to replace. And I've had so many comments on these aero bottles, and I think they're very in keeping with the bike. It's an aero bike. I think they make a massive difference for not much money. My top tip number 3 is replace your tyres. So sometimes that's a matter of necessity, whether they're worn or you've had a really bad puncture that's ruined the integrity of the tyre. It's a great way of just freshening up the look of your bike. Now, this is very much a winter bike and it's got winter tyres on it. And they're fairly standard sort of Continental black tyres. But if you look at my carbon bike, you'll see it's got tan walls on them. And tan walls have really increased in popularity over the last couple of years. These ones that I ride are the Vittoria Corsa ones, about £65 for a pair. Maybe that's about 90 US dollars. But I have seen tan wall tyres as low as about £11, maybe about $15 each. So, you know, for not that much money, you can have a couple of tan wall tyres on your bike that really change up the look. My top tip number 4 is add some decals. On eBay, on Etsy, you'll find a number of different sellers who will cut any decal to any size, any colour, different fonts for text and different images, whether it's a bit of personalization that you want on your frame or whether it's a brand or a motivational message, shut up legs, then adding some decals is a really cheap and easy way to change the look of your bike. As I showed you earlier in the video, my bike was a Twitter branded bike originally. I didn't ask for that, but I really wanted to put some branding on this bike particularly. It's, you know, it's very bright, and I wanted to break that up. So I went for a big decal on the down tube. Now they're so easy to apply. I've been through a lot of decals, believe me. The best way to do it is to make sure the surface is smooth and clean. Take off the backing tape, apply the decal where you want it, smooth it over with a credit card, almost scrape it down, and then pull off the top tape, and you will have no problems applying a decal if you do that. I've done it on this one as well, and on both bikes I've lacquered over the top. So I really think, you know, Project Sunrise Cycling, it doesn't mean anything to everyone, but it's a brand that I've created, and you know, my bikes are very, very different. You can't buy them in the shops, and for me, it just makes it a little bit more interesting. I did consider perhaps putting something small and personal on the top tube, and something else you could do as well. So adding decals, really quick, cheap and easy way to change the looks of your bike. My final top tip, and I really feel this is one that's made a massive, massive difference to the look of my carbon bike, are aero headset spacers. Now, I think when you look at the high-end bikes, that cockpit area, the seamless transition between the handlebars and the top of the stack is what really shows the quality of a high-end bike. And really, when I first built my carbon bike, it just didn't look right. It looked kind of, it didn't flow as well. The aero headset spacers, they're not perfect. I know that and I get that, but I really do think they make a big difference for the price. Here you can see what I'm talking about. So the headset here and the spacers, the carbon handlebars that I've got on this bike, they really jut out. It's not seamless. I don't think it looks great, to be honest. And also I ride a bit of a stack on the front end. So I don't think that looks amazing. My handlebars have got an integrated stem as well on this bike, so it just looks bulky at the top and skinny in the middle, and then sort of bulky in the bottom. I don't think it looks great. On my carbon bike here, you'll see that, you know, I get it, it's not perfect, but it's a lot more in keeping with the shape of the handlebars and the bike frame. So here I've added, I'm trying to get a closer look there, the aero spacers. They're not perfect, they really aren't, but they do make a big difference. It's a really easy bike upgrade to do yourself. You can see these two bolts here and here, you just loosen them off. If you take the cap off the top of the headset, you'll see there's a bolt there, undo that. Underneath that there's another similar bolt, undo that. Your handlebars will just slide off. You take the previous spacers off, slide the new spacers on, put your handlebars back on, and then do up all your nuts again. It's a really, really easy bike upgrade. And honestly, for my bike, I do think it's made a big difference to the look of it. I really want to do a follow-up video to this one with money no object bike upgrades. So if you don't want to miss that, then please click that subscribe button and consider following me on Instagram at Project Sunrise Cycling. Until next time, thanks for watching.